Apple, stock code AAPL, one of the most popular stocks in the US market, and over the past few days we have seen weakness by more than 5 to 10% in Apple, due to earnings results being announced just last week. And even though the set of results was pretty decent, right, but it came in slightly below expectations compared to the previous year. Revenue grew by about 7.8% in 2022, right, much slower than the 33.2% growth in fiscal year 2021, right? So there's a slight kind of a decrease compared to last year. And of course, Apple being a company that relies on consumer spending, they sell their iPhones, their MacBook, and due to tougher macroeconomic conditions, there are talks about recessions and people might cut back on spending on such high ticket items, and that's where companies like this get hit, and that's where we have seen weakness in Apple over the past few days. So where are we right now? Is it time to buy Apple? What are some of the levels that you want to take note of if you're indeed looking to buy, or should you maybe be getting out as well? We'll discover this in this video right now. Hey guys, Joey here, top tier reminder trader in Philips Securities, and in this video we'll be talking about Apple. We'll dive into the charts to see where we are right now, what are some of the key levels that you can take note of, and maybe we'll even dive into the system, the one GT, one good trend system that I have, to see if there are any bullish or maybe even bearish signals that have came out over the past few weeks as well. Alright, let's go. Alright, so here is Apple trading at about $138. You can see this is where we are right now. We kind of sold off quite heavily over the past 2 to 3 days. From about 155, we sold off to about 138, right? So let me just give you a quick rundown of where we were over the past few months, maybe since last year. So you can see that this is a really strong support level that I've drawn in my previous video as well. That would be the 130 or 130. Let me just highlight this for you. Look at this right here. This was where we were after the sell down in April, May, June. We sold off really badly, hit it to about 130, and we managed to see quite a good rebound. So 130 would be a very good support level, and also it has been affirmed right away here. You can see it was originally the resistance level in 2021, consolidating below it, and when it broke up the 130, you can see that was where it started to push higher in terms of the uptrend continuing last year. So 130 would be a very firm, I would say, resistance turn support level, and of course just 4 months back we touched it and we managed to rebound from it, so it's quite good. Alright, so that's where I think if you're looking to enter on dips, you want to catch a rebound to ride the upside, like what we've seen all the way from June all the way up to September, August. Right over here is about 2 months of upside to near 180, and then we sold off. So if you want to ride the upside, I think that could be a really good bargain hunting attractive level to take note of, right? Because 130, I think that is where we can potentially see some bargain hunting or some buying pressure coming back again, right? So the trend I would say in the mid to long term, so it's not really a very clear downtrend. If this 130 were to break down, if it go below 130 and we stay below it over the next few weeks, then it may not be a good thing. Then we might actually go towards a downtrend. You might see more weakness, right? But as long as this 130 hold, I would say that the trend in the mid to long term would be pretty much sideways, not up as well. It's not like uptrend. It's pretty much sideways for now. And why would that be? Look at this red line. So you can see this red line is the 100 days moving average. So it's pretty much pointing up, alright. Blue line is pointing up. So red above the blue, that's a good sign of an uptrend. So since 2020, 2021, you can see red above the blue, very strong uptrend. But somewhere around here, look at this right here, the red kind of went below the blue somewhere in June 2022, of course, when the market sold off then, that was where the red went below the blue. That's where we are seeing some signs of weakness in terms of the trend turning from an upwards direction to now not up. Maybe it's a bit of sideways or a bit of sideways movement. But yeah, we are pretty much consolidating sideways. But if key levels like the 130 with the breakdown, then unfortunately this moving averages, the red and blue line will start to point down. Red below the blue, which is what we're seeing right now, pointing down, then it's not a good thing. But right now you can see both of them are pretty much moving sideways. You can see both are flat. Alright, you can see it's pretty much flat. Alright, so a bit of sideways movement, a bit of a consolidation we call it, and that would be the range right now. So to keep it simple, I would say that the range for Apple in terms of the mid to long term trend would be in this range right over here from 130. Alright, so to keep it simple, it's just quite clearly you can see since over the past 1 year. Right, the range should be anything from 130 all the way to about that 180 level. I think that would be be the range from 130 to 180 as we push up, came back down, push up again, came back down again, and we are nearing this 1 130 support. So I think if you kind of like getting on dips near 130, anything near 131, 32, 33, 34, around 130, I think that could be where we can see some bargain, all right? And if it does rebound back up, I think you want to take note of this 180, right? 180 would be a really firm resistance. I think I talked about it many times. You see, we touched, came back down, we neared it in January, touched it somewhere in April, we neared it just a few months back in August, and we came back down. So 180 would be a really firm resistance. In fact, I think when we were to near it again, maybe not even 180, maybe near like 170 or 160 plus, that's where you can think about kind of like logging in some profits, get out, and maybe wait for retracement again, because market is not as bullish as it once was compared to 2021 or 2020, that we can so easily just break the 180 and push higher. Probably not now. I mean, we are talking about recession and all that. Inflation is still high. They talk about rate hikes next year as well. So people are more or less willing to take some profit, to lock in their profits as they approach certain levels. So take all this 180 where you can take some profit as well. Alright, so this is Apple, right? 138 to, about $138 right now. I think downside, there could be a bit more downside instead, because we have sold off quite badly, alright, and we broke this temporary support level at about 150. So 150, just to take note, would be a next level. Let me just change this to red in color, because 150 was that level whereby we were actually supported quite well. You can see right here, supported, we broke down. This is where we were in May when the market sort of consolidated a while, and when we broke up above the 150, you can see the upside actually started. When we came back down, we were consolidating below it since like September for about 1 to 2 months, and we actually tried to attempt to break the 150 right here, but we just couldn't make it. And then the announcements, in terms of results were announced, and then we came back down below 150 again. So just take note, 150 would be a temp resistance level. We definitely want to stay above it before we can see more upside all the way to 180. But if not, now would be the range right here from 130 to about that 150. So we might actually consolidate right here in this range. You can see right here, it's pushed down. We consolidate here. I think hopefully 130. We can see some bargain hunting when rebound back, and then if we break the 150 again, stay above, the rebound can actually happen. All right, all the way back to that 180. Alright, so this is Apple right here, and I hope I've given you a quick understanding of where we are in terms of the level, where are some of the levels whereby you can take some profit if it does hit there again, or maybe even think about bargain hunting, getting on dips. If you want to kind of like ride this fundamentally strong stocks for the longer term, I think some of those levels are really attractive. Alright, so let's take a look at what it says on my 1GT system. I have a system called 1GT, One Good Trend, whereby we had a couple of bullish and even bearish signals that came out. Let's see what it says right now. Alright, so this is Apple on my 1GT, One Good Trend system, whereby we had a couple of good bullish and even bearish signals that came out over the past few months. So I'll not go too far, but maybe somewhere around like April, May, you can see when the market sold off, we got a bullish signal, it went up, we got an exit. This white arrow pointing down is like an exit from the bullish, previous bullish signal, and then we got an exit. You can see it started to push down. We got a couple of bearish signals right here. You can see red arrow pointing down. Those are all what we call bearish signals. It can signify some downside in the short term as well. So it pushed down, got an exit, and managed to consolidate a little bit. And then this is where we were in July when the markets rebounded. We got that really good move up above that 150 back to 180. We got a bullish signal right here, push up from like about 150 to like 180. Got an exit, and then we got a couple of bearish signals coming out right now again as we push down. So got an exit, and this is where we are right now. So we started to see a little bit of rebound. In fact, when we attempted to break the 150, alright, that could actually be a good sign. We actually stay above 150, that could be a good sign. We could actually push to 180 like what I've shown you previously, but unfortunately we kind of went up a little bit, and this bearish signal came out again because we kind of like went back below the 150 level, and there's some signs of weakness as well. So right now you can see that we got a recent just a bearish signal that just came out yesterday, right? A red arrow pointing down, bearish signal. So we might see a bit of weakness, a bit of weakness in the short term, maybe over the next few days, or maybe over the next 1 or 2 weeks, might potentially hit lower towards the 130, alright, and hopefully 130 holds. Of course, if the 130 don't hold and it breaks 130, then of course this bearish signal might start to play out and then even further, or I might see more weakness. And if it does, hold above the 130, and we even see like a new bullish signal, like maybe this bullish signal over here, or maybe like a bullish signal over here coming up about 130, 135, that could be a sign of strength coming back again. That could be a sign of the uptrend reversal actually happening back to 150. And of course, as I say, we want to break 150 to push towards the 180. Alright, so this is Apple right here. Yeah, we got a recent bearish signal. We might see a little bit of weakness coming in the next few days due to this bearish candle. So let it stabilize a bit. Probably not want to rush now. Let's stabilize. Let's see if we can drop a little bit more. Find some stability at 130. Hold on for a few days before you time your entry to kind of catch the rebound up again. So this is Joey here. I hope you like this video, and if you like this video, guys, I would appreciate you can give me a thumbs up. That would really help out the channel, and thank you so much for doing that. And of course, hit the subscribe button as well. That will really help out, and of course, you will not miss out on any videos like this. Thank you so much for watching, and if you want to find out a little bit more on in terms of the entire strategy and all that, you can attend one of those free web classes I'm still running. I'll place the link below this video. Attend one of these free web classes where I can find out a little bit more on how to get in, get out, what's the entire strategy, the one good trend strategy behind, how we have a system to guide us as well on the entry and even exit on like stocks like this on Apple as well. So Joby here, thank you so much for watching. Take care.